Our next speaker, a Gold Star father, Mr. James Duffy. Mr. James Duffy.
Good afternoon, all. My son, Brendan, died in an aircraft crash about 150 miles off the coast here on their way over to Operation, I forget now, not Desert Storm. Anyway, they were on their way over to drop some bomb on that Hussein's ass. Excuse my rudeness. Anyway, I really, I think I'm speaking on behalf of all the Gold Star parents here. We're overwhelmed with what we see here, all of you, and wish to thank you. You have honored us so much by your presence and what your great support for this honor and remember movement. Let's stay with us, all of it. Let's stay with this program. It's really worthwhile. And I don't want to speak too long here. In World War I, there was a tremendous battle called the Battle of the Somme. Some of you may know the history. Within a very brief time of about a month, there were over 1 million casualties in that battle. After that event, the people, especially the English people, I think, were very much moved by that tremendous waste of all those young men. Well, there was a poem written concerning remembering those people, and it is certainly applicable to this movement, Honor and Remember. And we thank all of you for pushing that, and let's make that more of a tradition in this country to honor and remember those who have sacrificed their lives. The poem goes, "They shall not grow old as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the setting of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them." Thank you.
Mr. James Duffy. Mr. Duffy. Our next speaker, Patriot Don Ballou. Don?
Thank you. It's quite a privilege to be up here today and with the company of such great American heroes. I tried to put this on paper. Of course, every time I get in front of a large crowd, I'm not too good at doing this. But the important thing is that we're all here for one cause, and that's to keep this whole idea of honor, remember alive. The important thing I wanted to strive is this, and that is each and every veteran that's ever given his life for this country should never, ever be forgotten. As an example, in a trench in World War I sat a young man thinking about his family, about coming home, which he never was able to do. His body is probably buried in that trench. It's up to each and every one of us to realize the people that never had to get the chance to come home or never had a name put on their tombstone, the marker where they were buried, should never be forgotten. Through World War II, Vietnam, Korea, so many veterans, men and women, gave their lives, were killed in battle, starved, or froze. We should never, in our generation or the generations to come, forget what they have done. Not just the small group of those that we at Honor Remember thank you for being here today, but all of the Americans that live in this great nation, that we will have the chance to spread the word as we have done through the internet, through the selling of the products and so forth. You today, when you leave, just make sure that when you go home, if you haven't signed that petition, to do so and tell every one of your family members. make sure that they and the generations to come will continue until that flag, George's dream, is flying at the White House. I remember when he first told me that. I remember when he sat at the table and took a little napkin and turned it around and said, "Don, what do you think?" My words to him were real simple. "George, you've opened one of the biggest things that the veterans in their graves have been waiting for a long time." So I'm not going to take any longer. I could sit up here and read this, but I just wanted to speak from the heart. So go home, tell your kids, your grandkids, what's on TV, what's down the street is not important. That flag right there, the honor and remember, the Patriot Guard riders, all of the veterans and all the groups that stand for making America great. When you see them come by, stop and honor them. Shake their hands. You see a veteran going to 7-Eleven, buy him a cup of coffee. I do it all the time. I don't care if I can pay my bills. They come first. Thank you very much for your time. God bless America.
Mr. Don Ballou.